Everybody, and welcome to today's episode, which is our episode all around using our imagination today. So if you have been following, then you've been working along with this 14-day series, which is a series to help people in particular manage the symptoms of anxiety. I guess when putting this series together, it was all about giving people some resources, our resource, some tools, just to help them feel a little less anxious and to help them with their practice of mindfulness. Because of course, mindfulness is, or it certainly has been for me, transformative in helping to manage the symptoms of anxiety. Now, anxiety, in my experience, never goes away. Anxiety is actually, we all experience anxiety. But for some of us, anxiety is kind of like the volume's been turned up for people, so for some people in particular. And I know that when I was at my worst with anxiety, experiencing extreme panic attacks and just feeling just anxious, what felt like all the time, the practice of meditation and relaxation in particular really, really helped to move my body into what we call our parasympathetic state. So it helped me to move into the state of relaxation a lot more, so that I could I guess practice relaxation techniques and use the techniques when my anxiety felt at its worst. And over the years, it's been a practice, and over time, I've found that I have felt much more able to manage my anxiety much more effectively. And actually, I very rarely have episodes now of extreme anxiety like I used to. So so I'm a huge advocate for this kind of thing because it's worked for me. It's helped me, which is why I went to train to teach meditation to begin with, and which is why I've deepened my own practice, and which is why I'm really passionate about bringing resources to you because I want to help. So so today we're on day 10. I've not got the numbers wrong, I don't think. It's so comical, isn't it? I am really, really bad with numbers, really bad. So I know that on a few of the episodes, I think I've muddled stuff up, but it's fine, it's okay. We are, we're here with a kind heart and kind mind. So I want to invite you then to get into a wonderful, relaxed position. So if you can, if possible, this meditation is best done in an upright seated position. Although lying down is wonderfully relaxing, it kind of defeats the object when we are doing meditation practice. So you can grab a blanket if you want. I haven't got a blanket today. So grabbing yourself any cushions or blankets if needed. And then allowing the eyes to close if they haven't already done so, or lowering your gaze. So today's practice then is all about using our imagination. And this can be a really helpful tool in meditation practice because it helps us to, well, I guess in my experience, it helps me to concentrate more and to focus more on what I'm doing. So I want to invite you to begin with a body scan today. We're going to be gently working our way down throughout the body, noticing any areas that feel tense or tight, and then working to release and relax those areas. So beginning now at the forehead, noticing any tension, any areas that feel tight. Maybe even just imagining this area softening and relaxing. That little crease that we all get in between our eyebrows, right in the middle. Imagine that softening. And then moving your way down and releasing relaxing the jaw and the mouth and the tongue as well. And gently working your way even further down and resting your attention now on your shoulders. How do the shoulders feel? A lot of us walk around some days with our shoulders, sometimes nearly up towards our ears, walking around all scrunched up. So I want to invite you to take a long, deep breath in. Release the breath. And as you do this, just allow the shoulders to relax and to drop down, releasing, completely relaxing. Notice any difference now. Taking that same awareness down both of your arms, into your hands, and relaxing the hands, the fingers, softening, becoming still. Releasing into your belly, so just completely letting go. Letting go of any tension, any gripping or holding. Completely letting go, releasing and relaxing into today's posture. And then relaxing the body even further, relaxing all the way down, releasing into your thighs, imagining the muscles, letting go, softening, relaxing and releasing. And moving even further down and relaxing, releasing the lower legs. And then the feet. And so the whole body is relaxing and resting today in complete stillness. Physically relaxed. And often when we feel physically relaxed, the mind will follow. Now we're not trying to achieve relaxation today. This isn't necessarily the goal in meditation. And often when we let go of that thought, the idea of doing this, it actually helps the process just to unravel and unfold naturally. So we're going to be bringing in today this idea of imagining. And we're going to be imagining the breath. So even though we know that we are breathing, we're going to be using our imagination to kind of enhance our ability to focus on the breath. So I want you to imagine that with every in-breath, the breath comes in at the toes. And as you breathe in, taking that breath all the way up through your body towards the very top of your head. And it can be helpful to imagine maybe a gold thread. So imagine that this gold thread is entering the body at the toes. And as you breathe in, this gold thread is working all the way up towards the very top of the head on the in-breath. And as you breathe out, you're taking this gold thread, or you're imagining the breath moving through the body all the way down towards the feet. With the in-breath, breathing in up through the body. And with the out-breath, breathing out down through the body. And this continuous cycle may help you just to focus on the breath a little bit more during today's practice. Knowing that the mind will wander around. The goal isn't to empty the mind. We're not doing that. We are just choosing to be still and to be calm and to focus on the breath. And when the mind drifts around, we learn to notice it and acknowledge the thoughts that we're having, and then bringing our awareness back to the focus of attention, which is, of course, our breath. So it's as simple as that, or in theory, it's as simple as that. However, for those of you that are familiar now with meditation practice, you'll know that it's not always as simple as that. But it's a practice. So we practice. So what's happening now with your mind, with your body? It's completely normal for the mind to dart around and to only spend even just a couple of minutes focusing on the breath before the mind wanders, especially at the very start of meditation practices. So always remember this idea of bringing in a non-judgmental attitude towards whatever's happening for you. This idea of kindness and compassion and acceptance of whatever it is that's present for you, whether there's anything that's irritating you or anything that you're unhappy with. During my meditation group yesterday that I go to, we talked about this idea of always being kind of, I guess this idea of, excuse me, this idea of happiness always being available to you, wherever you are. And if you can't find happiness in this moment, then when can you find happiness? A lot of the frustration and irritability and our need for things to be a certain way, or our expectations, can actually cause us a lot of distress. There's a great saying that if you can't change your situation, then change your perspective. So just drop in then awareness of the breath if you haven't already done that. And just resting in stillness. Noticing the sounds of the world all around you. Life unfolding. All those people who just like you want to be happy. Taking a moment of gratitude for another day, another opportunity. And taking a slow breath in. Releasing the breath with a sigh. And then gently opening your eyes. Okay. So I hope today's practice found you well. This idea of using the imagination can be really helpful during meditation practices. So maybe take that forward if you want to. Even if it's just throughout the day, closing your eyes, connecting with the breath, connecting with that imagery, and just doing that for a couple of minutes and seeing how you feel. And sometimes it's as simple as that to help us feel less anxious and much more engaged with each moment. So do join me then for day 11 of this series. Do share with friends and family. Encourage people to subscribe to this channel, and subscribers are growing. They are, getting out there. So yeah, do share. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, you take care. Bye bye. Go well, and I'll see you soon.